Good day, everyone. My name is Michelle D. Clark, and I'm just a small town girl with big time dreams who God has definitely shown His grace and His mercy, and He has saved me from some life threatening things. Now, you all know when I say small town girl, I'm talking about Harvey, Illinois. Yes, that other H town, Harvey, Illinois, small town. It was only about 32,000 people when I was growing up way back when, right? Now, most people don't even know where that is. But that's okay. It's near the south side of Chicago, which I got a chance to visit over the weekend. And OMG, had a wonderful time. And I was actually in Chicago. And people, let me tell you something. We'll get to what happened in Chicago shortly. But what happened when I was growing up, there was no, listen, you do not have to be a reporter on America's Most Wanted to know how Chicago got its nickname Chirac back in the day. And unfortunately, closer to times. But the thing is that, you know what? Instead of thugging and drugging and stealing and killing, I did something different with my life. I became a hope dealer instead of a dope dealer with Lift Nation, my company, where we empower women to live inspired free and transform. In order to do that, I got my bachelor's in psychology, I got my master's in social work, but I also got my PhD from the School of Hard Knocks. Because I'm telling you, I've definitely been through some things. But it's because of those things that I've been through, you all, that I'm able to now say that I am the Harriet Tubman of authenticity, empowering women to break the chains of stereotypes, shatter those glass ceilings, and shed that heavy baggage of past bad mistakes and tragedies and traumas in order for us to live more triumphantly. All right, you all. So now let's take a quick detour. Before we get started, let me pause that real quick because I want to show you guys something. But before we get started, I wanted to let you all know. So welcome everybody. If this is your first time, welcome to the show. This is Tuesday Talks with Miss Clark at 8 p.m. Oh, excuse me, LMSW at 8 p.m. at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get this together, you guys. Let's do this all over again. Let's take it back, right? So you don't have to be perfect. Progress over perfection, right? So welcome everybody. If this is your first time to Tuesday Talks with Miss Clark, LMSW at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you are a repeat supporter, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. So, all right, you all, just to give you the format for those of you all who are newbies to the showbiz, we start off with something interesting, right? Either an interesting fact or fun fact or something like that. And then we go into the topic for the day. And then after that, we have our rapid fire AMA, which is Ask Miss Clark Anything. So, no, it is not American Music Awards. It is not against medical advice. It is Ask Miss Clark Anything. So, all right, you all. So, let's get into something interesting. So, I told you all I got a chance to go to Chicago over the weekend, and I just made it back yesterday. I made a detour in Indiana because I got a chance to meet up with one of my friends. Oh my goodness, we've been friends like since undergrad. I'll tell you how long ago that was, but since undergrad, and let me tell you, it was absolutely amazing. She opened her boutique. So shout out to Kenosha, Mrs. Kenosha Harris, who has T&H taxes. So if you need to get your taxes done and you are in that area in the Indiana/Illinois area, then make sure that you reach out to Kenosha. All right, you all. So while I was there, I got a chance to go with my sister. Now, I tell people all the time that if you're not doing what you love, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. You got to fit that in there. Now, I understand we have to do the things that we need to do, but we also need to do things that we want to do. As a matter of fact, I heard a story once about a gentleman that was he was teaching a class, right? He was teaching a class, and in front of the class he had this big jar, and then he had sand and boulders and rocks and things like that, right? And so what happened is he put in the sand first, and then he tried to put in the rocks and the boulders and things like that, and everything wouldn't fit in there. But what happened is when he took the jar that was next to it, and he put the big rocks in there first, then he put the little rocks in there, and then he poured the sand over it. So what that was synonymous with is the sand is like the little things that don't really matter in our life. They're like the things, the nuances. Yeah, we have to do them in some shape, form, or fashion, or some time or another in our lives. But the things that really, really matter, the big things in life that really, really matter, you see, if you put that last, you're never going to get to it. How many people, okay, I think it was Dr. Miles Monroe that said that the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. Why? Because most people take their dreams and aspirations to the grave with them. They never manifest, they never realize, they never actualize their unrealized dreams and goals and aspirations. Never happens. So, to keep that from happening to us, because we're still on this side of dirt, to keep that from happening to us, you all, we might want to, because I don't want to tell people what we need to do. Oh, you need to do this. You don't need to do anything. But if you want to really live life, I love Drake's line, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. If you want to live life, make sure that you get into things that matter to you. Get into things that matter to you. I see some folks watching. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Tuesday Talks with Ms. Clark, LMSW at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If this is your multiple times back, or at least your second time back, then welcome back. All right, welcome back to the show. And so I wanted to get into a little bit of fun stuff that I've done, but I would love for you to put your name in the chat so I can give you a proper shout out. If you like, you don't have to, or you can send some love or some hearts or some thumbs up or way to go, or whatever, and showing support. I realized I found out that some people, they don't know how to show support. So I just thought I would say that. I'm not saying it's you all that's watching here, but I just want to put that out there. So if there's anybody on any kind of social medias or business medias, make sure you show them love so that way they'll know that you're watching. All right, you all. So I want to play you guys a little bit of something. I actually was going to start the show with it. So we have here, hey, what's going on, Miss Sharon Friday in the house? Sharon Friday is in the house on Tuesday. I know, right? Hey, Sharon, how you doing, love? Welcome back to the show. All right, you all. So when I was in Chicago, and as a matter of fact, while you're putting your, who you are, where you're from, who you're with, all that kind of stuff, you can also put in there what are some things that you like to do. What are some things that you like to do that is signs of freedom for you? Because one of the things that we do with Lift Nation, Living Inspired, Free, and Transform, is we talk to women about what are some ways that we find freedom, that we make freedom, that we enjoy and live freely to have that freedom. Okay, so one thing that I did over the weekend, you all, is I went to a K-pop concert with my sister, and it was absolutely amazing. I don't know, I did post a few pictures on Facebook. I posted some on Instagram. I did not get a chance to post on LinkedIn. However, you all, okay, so I was going to start the show off with this because this is one of the songs of the K-pop group. Shout out to ATs, did an absolute fabulous job. This song right here, it's like majestic kind of sound. Listen to this. I don't know if you guys can hear it well or not. Listen to this. And it starts out so majestic, like I won't play the whole song for you because I know some people might not be into it, but okay. Okay, so I did not own the rights to the song. Let's just put that out there, right? Okay. But I wanted to play that little snippet for you guys because it was just absolutely amazing. And it goes on from there. It just sounds so majestic. And it's like, open up your eyes, open up your eyes, open up your eyes, open up your eyes, whole new world. I just thought that was so apropos because we do need to open up our eyes. It is a whole new world out here. It's a whole new world out here. And it's just waiting for us. It's waiting for us to grab you by the horns and live life and live it more abundantly. So let's get to the topic at hand, you guys. I think we're at we're about 9 minutes out or so. So let's go ahead and get to the topic at hand. So our topic today is manifestation. I don't know if you all got a chance to see my Facebook post, but I did post on there, you all, that in less than 2 months that I was able to manifest 46K. Yes, $46,000 in less than 2 months. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know I will be in the chat like, girl, tell me how. Tell me how. How did you do it? How did you do it? So we're going to get to that. But before we do that, I want to do a little prepping, a little priming. So let's start with something, I don't want to say more trivial, but something that's a little on a smaller scale. Because it doesn't have to go this way. But what I found is that, especially when I'm coaching people, I find that when we start off with something that seems a little more within that person's grasp, within their believability, within their BS, right? Their belief system that falls within their BS, then it makes it easier for them to grasp onto it, and it makes it easier for them to then manifest. And then we could take ourselves up there like steps until we can get to bigger things. And I know 46K is not that much, but it's substantial to some people, right? Well, let's start off with something as small as, I tell people all the time that no matter where I go, I always, now if you guys know this, go ahead and put in the chat. If you know what I'm going to say, put in the chat. I always get a good what? I always get a good what? I know somebody's like, come on, Michelle, just tell me what is it? What is you always get a good what? No, child, I'm not talking about getting a good man because that would be something that you want to get like one time. Although, I have gotten some good men in my life. Anyways, that's not the point. So, good food, of course. Yes, I do get good food, but anybody can get that. What is something that people want, especially around the holiday times when you're going shopping at like not virtually, but like actually at a location? What is something that you want to get a good of? Yes, 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 yes. A good parking spot. I know some people might say, "Oh, that's so trivial, Michelle." But let me tell you something. If you don't get a good parking spot, and a lot of times you don't get a good parking spot, it can be a little cumbersome. I don't know about you, unless of course you're trying to get some steps in. Which shout out to those folks who want to get steps in. And let's actually take a quick station identification for health and self care. So make sure that you stay hydrated because I'm about to take a quick drink. And when I take these drinks, you all, if you're new to the show, just pretend like you're listening to some elevator music. At some point, I might get some elevator music to play while I'm doing this, but it generally doesn't take that long. But as I'm doing it, just go da 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 da. The done is when I'm done, okay? And if you have water, make sure you take a drink yourself. All right, cool beans. So, all right, you all. So let me tell you what happened. So we went to the concert, and we went to the concert. Of course, the parking structures, they're like packed wall to wall. And they actually were having us to park where, the little lines are, where it's actually like supposed to be no parking, like a saved parking spot with nobody supposed to be parking there. Well, they were actually having people park in those spots. And so I'm always like, I already know we're gonna get a good parking spot. I don't know how. All I know is that we'll get so put a bookmark there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna put don't have to know. So okay, I'll put instead of that, I'll put know that, not how. Okay, so I'm gonna put that up there as a little reminder to myself. So the thing is that we don't have to know how, but we do have to know that. So the thing is that I didn't know how we're gonna get a good parking spot. I never know the how. I don't bother myself with the how. I I concern myself with the that. What is that, Michelle? That is whatever it is that I am putting my mind towards that I want to manifest and attract it to me. Whatever energy that I want to shift the atmosphere in my favor and have it manifest and come to me, that's the that. So in this situation, the that was, so I'm going to remove that now. So the that was the parking spot, good parking spot. So mind you, it was just freezing cold. Oh my goodness, Chicago, child, you were cold this weekend. You were really cold this weekend. We're talking about like 20s. And I know some people think that's not that cold, but listen, when we've come off of this warm weather in the Midwest, we had this warm front for so long, our skin hasn't had a chance to thicken up. Woo, it was chilly. So my sister did a wonderful job where she got us into a parking structure that was connected to the event. So we never even had to go outside. Talk about VIP, right? So, anyways, so we got a parking spot right by the door. I mean, like literally right by the door where you go in, go across the crosswalk, and go into the concert. Now, it was open. Anybody could have had that. Anybody could have said, you know what, this parking spot is for me. It had the little lines on there where it's not supposed to be in park, and then it actually had like a little it had like a little placeholder there. Well, there was somebody who was working there in the parking structure. We wrote on the window said, can we actually park here? And they were like, actually you're not supposed to park there, but you can. And they actually moved the little placeholder thing so that we could park there. And manifestation is because I always say, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I always get a good parking spot. Now, there are some anomalies where I don't get a good parking spot. And when that happens, I just say to myself, well, God must have wanted me to walk today. That's all he might wanted me to get some. I don't refute the fact that it's not a good parking spot. I don't refute, oh, what's going on? Is my luck shifting? No, because it's not about luck. It's about manifesting. Manifesting is not about luck. It's calling those things that aren't as though they were and manifesting, making them appear and and go from metaphysical to physical into our lives. Now, some things we manifest, like you might say, oh, I manifest love. Well, love, you can't so love is not something that is you can say, okay, this is love and I can hold it. But love is an experience. I'm getting so excited. Love is an experience. It's something that we can experience. So if you want to have an experience, so if that is an experience, something that is normally like intangible, that's a way to make it tangible is by experiencing it. That's okay. It doesn't matter what the that is, of course, as long as the that is good. Let me put that out there because whatever you put out there is not going to come back to you void. So we put something out there that is something negative, like, oh, something that's like haterade-ish. I don't even want to speak anything out there. Because again, thoughts are things, and what we speak, we manifest. What we speak, we put out there. We call it forth. I don't know if you guys ever heard that. That's why they call spelling words. Spelling words. Somebody might want to write that down. Spelling words, because when we speak that thing, speak those things that aren't as though they were, we're calling it forth. We're bringing it forth. We're giving it energy. We're giving it life. Power, the tongue, right? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So when we speak things, we're breathing life. We're speaking life over it, or we're causing death over it, depending what we speak. So that's why we have to be very, very mindful of the things that we speak. So next, so yes, got a great smashing parking spot, right? And we got awesome seats for the concert. I'm talking about like amazing seats. So other instances, there was some time, this was pre-pandemic. So just want to just give you guys some ideas. So pre-pandemic, had an event, me and my sister were going to, and it was in Atlanta. And so, we were a little bit on CP time getting to the airport, fashionably late, which is not good when you're trying to catch a plane, right? It's great for a party, not for a plane. So at any rate, I had a carry-on, and she had to check her bag. I believe mine was a carry-on. At any rate, they said, well, it probably wouldn't make it onto the plane. She'd probably have to get it the next go when the next plane came in. And she was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this because there's certain things in there that I need. Oh, yes. And she had to carry on too. So I said, well, listen, let's take all the stuff out of here. Let's put stuff in here that you really need, and put that in the carry on, whatever. But there were still some things that we couldn't fit in there because obviously weight and all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Don't want to bore you with the details. The bottom line is, when we arrived, we were going to ATL, I believe. When we arrived in Atlanta, and it was a upscale event that we were going to, so she really needed all of her things, right? So we got there. She was concerned. She was like, oh, my stuff is not going to make it. I said, it made it on the plane. It will be here. Watch the turntable. It will be here. It will be here. And I promise you, good evening, good evening. Is that Lawan in the house? Hey, Lawan. Welcome to the show. Oh, this is a good time for us to take a quick break for station identification. If this is your first time, and if you are a repeat supporter, welcome and welcome back to Tuesday Talks with Ms. Clark, LMSW, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yes, we do have a half an hour segment, so we are halfway in. So welcome to the half point, right? All right, you all. So back to the story at the airport. And so you guys already should know what's going to happen at the end, right? So at the end, what happened is, yes, her luggage made it. Her luggage made it. And so that's the power of belief. Now, some people might say, well, how come it didn't make it? Because she wasn't believing. Because my belief was stronger. My belief that it would be there was stronger than her misbelief that it wouldn't be there in there. Because I promise you that there was some portion of her that wanted it to be there, that wanted to believe that it was going to be there. So that small little piece of I wanted to be there belief, coupled with my huge faith, belief, it's going to be there. No doubt it's going to be there. Put those together, boom, it was there. Now, some people might say, oh, come on, Michelle, really? Really? Come on. Seriously? Yes. 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 We are able and capable of doing way more than we are aware that we're able to do. Way more. As a matter of fact, I've heard several reports that stated that humans, us, even, and they're talking about genius, only use about 10%. So we're talking about like the Einsteins and, those folks, high IQ folks, only 10% of brain. So I'm just like, what does the other 90% do? That's how we're able to tap into things to make them manifest. Because our minds are way more powerful than any computer. Because a computer, yes, process, they build computers after our minds. But we don't even know how our minds all work. There's a networking system within our minds, infrastructure. We're talking about neurons and dendrites and all the connectors and the electromagnetic force, all these things that's happening within our minds. We have no idea of what we're all capable of. But I promise you this, you don't have to know the how. All you have to do is know that whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you need, All you have to do is believe that it is so and work towards that thing as if it's already here. And I'm telling you, before you know it, it will come out of thin air. I had somebody, quick water break, y'all. I had somebody I was talking to at the office today, and I was telling them how I manifested that 46K. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. And I was telling them how I manifested it. And we were laughing, and she was just saying how, and I was telling her how I manifested someone in my life recently. And she was laughing, saying, "Well, child, who I want to manifest, they fell down out the sky, because I say manifest out of thin air." And she was like, "They been out of the sky, man. They be hurt because I ain't gonna be able to catch them." See, you're so funny. So we just kind of joked and laughed about that. But the thing is, when I say manifest out of thin air, meaning that you have no idea that it's coming. You don't have to know the when. All you have to do is know the that. And a lot of times people give up on the that before the when happens because we really don't believe. We stop believing that it's going to happen because we see the obstacles in front of us instead of seeing the thing that we really want to manifest. I'm going to say that again because I know somebody's probably like, man, I wanted to write that down and she's talking real fast. Yes, I know I speak faster. Hey, what's going on? Keisha E. Newton in the house. So yes, I know I talk faster when I get excited. But the good news is hashtag replay is for real. So make sure you catch the replay of this. And okay, another break for station identification. If you are watching this on YouTube, if you're not watching this on YouTube, go to YouTube if you can, and then subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to this channel, like this post, share this, click the little bell so that way you'll be in the know when we drop new content and when we come on every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, you all, back to our regularly scheduled program. So the thing is that a lot of people stop 3 acres short of diamonds, right? They stop right before 3 feet from gold. They stop right before they get to the goal line because we don't see it. We don't see it. We don't know when it's going to happen, and we stop believing along the way because we're too busy focusing on the obstacles that are in our way. And let me tell you all something. Those obstacles are in our way. The obstacles are in our way as I think they're like testers to see, do you really want it? You said you want it, but do you really, really want it? Do you really, really want it? Do you really want that thing that you said that you wanted? It's also building us up to get us ready. Because sometimes we say that we want the thing, and you might say, yes, 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 Michelle, I really, 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 really want it. And that's great. But when we say that we want something, are we really ready for that thing to manifest? Are we really ready for that thing to manifest? Sometimes, no, we're not. Okay, so for you guys, quick another little break here. If you have any questions, we're going to go into rapid fire AMA in about 2 minutes. Actually, like what is that? 1 minute and 40 seconds. So make sure you get your questions in the chat there. If you have any questions, we're going to go into rapid fire AMA. But here's the thing. We have to make sure that we're ready for that thing that we say that we want. So that way when it comes, that we can handle it. Because a lot of times we say that we want that thing, and then when it comes, we're not ready to capture it. It's like saying that you want, let's say that you want let's just something really simple, right? I want a floodgate of water to come down and rain down on me like an avalanche, so that way I can be saturated in fortitude, and then we don't have anything to catch it. So now, yes, it comes all down on us like an avalanche. It gets us all drenched, and we all dripping. I know not the right kind of dripping, right? But we're all dripping, whatever, and then it dries up and dissipates, and we can't take that and carry it and capture it and have it with us because we don't have an apparatus in order to catch it. So that apparatus is our stick with itness, stick to itness. I think stick to itness, stick to itness. It's also our fortitude. It's also our perseverance. It's also our ability to be in position to get that thing, right? Get those things that we wanted. So we have to be ready. I tell people all the time, listen, when somebody say, are you ready? Listen, I don't have to get ready when I stay ready. I'm gonna say that for somebody in the back. You don't have to get ready when you stay ready. If you say that you want something, make sure that you are ready when it comes. Be busy doing the thing that you would be doing. Be busy doing the thing that you would be doing when that thing manifests. So let's say if you say to yourself that I want to manifest a new car, I'm just saying this for kicks and giggles, you guys. This is not all about, oh, she always talking about money. She always talking about material things. No, 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 no. I'm just using this example because that's the easiest thing for us to be able to wrap our minds around. I'm not saying anything about anybody in particular. I'm just saying that when we talk about something that's tangible, that's tangible, that we can touch, see, smell, taste, right? All those types of things, it just makes it easier for us to get the example. That's all I'm saying. So yes, if you want to manifest a car, then guess what? Then you need to, first of all, how are you going to talk about manifesting a car and you don't even have no driver's license? I hear somebody out there. I want me a Bentley. I want a Benz. I want a this. I want a that. And you ain't even got a driver's license. Or you talking about something, oh, I want a new house. I want a new house. But you're not even taking care of the one that you have. I want a man. Ooh, child, I'm ready. I'm ready. I need me a man in my life. I need a man in my life. But you're irritable all the time. You're grouchy. You're stingy. Right? All those sorts of things. Or you say to yourself, man, I want a new dining set. Make room for it. Don't throw out the old one. Okay. Wait. Some people might say, wait a minute, Michelle, you're doing too much now. You never throw out the old until you get the new. I get that. But start treating the one that you already have as if it's the one that you already want. Don't dog it out. Just like cars. So make sure that we are in position. Make sure that we are in position to get that thing that we want. Make sure we're ready. All right, you all. So now I know you all have been patiently waiting. So let me see. The reason I keep looking. So okay. So I look at you guys, but I look over to the side so that way I can see the chat and see if there's any questions or if there's any comments. Right. So let's go into how I was able. Okay. If you guys want to know how I manifested 46K in less than 2 months, put it in chat. Put in the chat. Give me a 1 thumbs up. Yeah, I'm in. What's up? Holla at your girl. Whatever, whatever. Put something in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat. No. Put a 3 in the chat because 3 is my favorite number. So put a 3 in the chat. 3rd month, 3rd day, 3rd child. All right, you all. Yes. Okay, cool beans. You on YouTube. All right, cool beans. And that's fine. YouTube is awesome. Y'all watch me on YouTube. Hey, YouTube people. You watch me on Facebook. How are you doing? You watch me on LinkedIn. Hello. How are you? All right, you all. So now I see so many people in the chat now saying, so I said 3. I love it. So here's the deal, you all. This is how I manifested it. So now coming close. Okay. So I was talking to so let me say this. If you are a business coach and you don't have a business coach, you better get yourself a business coach. And if you are being coached by somebody who is a business coach, who doesn't have a business coach, run. Just like a life coach, therapist, whatever. If they don't have that means they don't believe in it, run. Okay, so I was talking to my business coach. And I was telling him, I said, man, you know what? I need like 4.5K. He was like, 4.5K? I was like, yeah, I need about 4.5K right now. And he knows we always have this discussion, and he knows, and he has seen, he says, Michelle, I don't know how you do it. But you always seem to get money when you need it. You always seem to manifest money. And so I changed that because I used to say I always get money when I need it. Now I changed to I just get money whenever. It just rains down on me like an avalanche. It's all around me. I get checks in the mail. I just always get money. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. It's not just about money, but that's one of the things, because money is currency. It helps things to go, right? So yes. So he says, well, Michelle, if you can manifest 4.5K, why don't you just put a 0 on the end of it? Which will be $45,000. For those of you all who, math might be a little off, move that little comma over and move the decimal right. That part, carry the 1, subtract 2. No. Okay, so 45K. Said, okay, why not? Who am I to say no? So now I'm gonna be for real with y'all. Y'all wanna be for real with y'all? I'm gonna be for real with y'all. I was like, man, come on, man. 4.5K, that's easy. But 45K, I don't know. I've never just manifested something like that. I mean, of course, earn something like that, but I mean, manifest something like that. I'm not sure about that. Okay. But I said, okay, I'm believe. I believe. And I started believing. Okay, it's gonna come. I don't know how. I don't have to know how. All I have to know is that 45K. Let's go. I need it. Let's go. Let's run it. Just for kicks and giggles. Why not? So So, okay. So what happened was, out of nowhere, I get a phone call. I promise you, out of nowhere, I get a phone call. And let me give you guys a little bit of background work. So I have a HELOC. So a HELOC is a home equity line of credit. So I have a HELOC with my home. And so it's like I had a variable interest rate. And I was like, man, you know what? I want to get something fixed because as you all know, the climate right now, everything, the rates and stuff are going up. And I was like, okay, I need to get in something that either is fixed or I need to redo my HELOC so I can get into a new product, have that promotional rate, and do some creative financing, right? So at any rate, I get a phone call out of nowhere, out of clear blue, from a company. And they're saying to me, okay, we can give you this rate, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, okay. I was like, I'm not really that interested. And my sister, she's so funny. She was like, would you just hear them out? I'm like, okay, I'll hear them out. So I'm listening. Okay, yeah, go ahead and run the numbers. I'm going to fast forward all the way to you guys. So what ended up happening was my home appraised for, I would say, 0.5 more than I had anticipated that it would. And they said that I could pull out if I wanted to this amount, this amount, this amount, this amount, this amount, this or this amount. One of the amounts, y'all, I BS you not. One of the amounts was 46K. 46K. I said, God, you play, God, God play too much. I'm like, God, you play too much. Because that's my source. I don't know what your source is. My source is God. I'm like, God, you play too much. Really? So the thing is, 46K out of thin air. Out of thin air, y'all. 46K. I know somebody probably thought I was going to say the lottery or something like that, or an inheritance, maybe. And any of those things, I'm saying it like that with my voice because, most people think lottery, right? Oh, 46K, 2 months. But here's the thing. Don't get lost in the sauce. The sauce is the 46K. The don't get lost is the ability to manifest is there. How it comes, don't concern yourself with it. Just know that it will come. So now I have 46K at my disposal to do whatever it is that I want to do with it. Whether I decide to pull that out or not, or whatever. But that is my creator's way. That is my source's way of saying, Michelle, whatever it is that you want, you can have it. You can have whatever you like. You can have it. It's yours. And I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm special, but I'm not special in that way, meaning that we're all created the same. So if I can do it, if I can manifest, you can manifest. All you have to do is believe. That's it. That is it. All we have to do is believe. That's our only job, y'all, is to believe. And then work like it's there already, like it's already happening. I know we're a couple of minutes over, but I just had to really relay this point. I really had to lay on this point. And trust me, I'm not trying to impress y'all with a 46K. I want to impress upon you all the importance of manifestation, the importance of belief, the importance of our BS, our belief system. It's so important. It drives everything. If you're finding that things are happening in your life that is turning you upside down in a bad way, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts? What's going on up here? What are you manifesting? What are you calling forth inadvertently or on purpose? We say things all the time. And I have to have somebody correct me because I used to, oh, my back is killing me. Stop saying that. Oh, I can't never find a good man. Stop saying that. Unless you don't want to find one or a good woman. No judgment, right? And I know there's some men that watch the show too. So, hey, whatever it is, why is it that I always get a boss who is a boss spelled backwards? Double SOB, right? Stop asking. Even when we ask, because some people say, well, I didn't say it. Yeah, you did. Even when we ask a question, it doesn't come back to us void, we're going to get an answer. So make sure the questions that we ask is the one that you really want answered. And the better thing to do is forget about a question mark, put a period on it. Make a statement. So I want to give you all a home practice assignment. I don't think I've done this yet on the show. So you guys, this is the premiere, right? This is the first time I believe that I've given a home practice assignment. Now I give home practice assignments sometimes. Now, okay, if you guys want more, if you want more of this, if you want to hear more, if you want to work, if you want to talk with me, if you want to really have like a one-on-one, and we can do one-on-ones, we can do bit.ly/mindset with Michelle. That's cool. At some point in time, I'll get this over here. Let me see. So what is that? bit.ly/mindset with, and that's one L in Michelle. Why? Because you don't need two when one does the same. So I believe this is it. Okay, I think I spelled it right. I don't know. It's hard to see myself. Okay, right. So bit.ly/mindset with Michelle if you want to do a consultation, conversation, and exploration with me. Now, in addition to that, this Saturday, y'all, this Saturday, we're going to continue this conversation. So if you want to really learn how to manifest in your life, and you want to have a conversation about it, we're going to do that this Saturday at our Freedom at 1. So Lift Nation's Freedom at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do it there. And I will, so it is, I'll put it in the chat afterwards. I want to stop with that. So I'll put it in the chat afterwards, but basically it is, it's another bit.ly, and it's Lift Nation Freedom at 1. But it's a special way to put that upper lowercase, all that kind of stuff. Next time I make a bit.ly, I'm just going to do all lowercase, make it easier. But at any rate, so you have to register. It's FREE, but you have to register for it. But this Saturday at 1 p.m., we're going to talk about manifesting. Be in the house if you want to manifest. So you can be all you can be in 2023. I know that's my slogan right now. But for real, you all, if we want to be the best that we can be, starting right now, we can do that. And then catapult, just like spring into action for 2023. Let's go. Let's not wait. Let's do it now. So, all right, you all, we'll talk about it then. So those are the places that you can catch up with me. And of course, we'll be back here next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Tuesday Talks with Ms. Clark, LMSW at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let me tell you all something. When you want to manifest, the degree to which you believe it is the degree to which it will come. So we have to be careful of the things that we say. We have to be careful of the things that we do. Because when we call those things forth, it's not going to come back to us void. So, all right, you all. Home practice assignment. So home practice assignment is, I want you all to think of something. And I'm talking about something just like stupidly, outrageously crazy that you will be like, man, no way. And I want you to start saying yes way to yourself. Because one of my mentors, yes, I have a mentor, I have a life coach, I have a business. Listen, if you want to get ahead in life and if you're at a certain place in your life and you want to get down the road, you need to get to somebody who's down the road so that way they can help you to get there, right? So if you're making 6 figures, you want to make 7, then guess what? You need to hang around with 7-figure earners. If you're already making 7, you want to make 8, then guess what? You need to be hang around 8 figures, right? You're 8, 9, so on and so forth. But the bottom line is, and again, it's not all about money. If you want to be around somebody who has love in their life and just somehow they always have people that's loving on them, and guess what? You need to be in their environment so that way you can get some of that and learn from them. Now, don't become a energy vampire, right? You need to give in order to receive, right? Circulate currency. But the bottom line is, so I want you guys to think of something stupidly big and wish for it and say, I want this. And then get past the wish stage and start manifesting. Act as if it's already here. What is the thing that you'll be doing if that thing was already here? That thing or person, place, or whatever, if it was already here, what would you be doing? So I would love to hear about it. And you can email me, ClarkMD, at liftlifecoachingsolutions.com. That's solutions with an S. ClarkMD, like medical doctor, at liftlifecoachingsolutions with an S.com. Email me there. I want to hear it. And better yet, if you are a female, go on over to Lift Nation on Facebook. We have a private group for women only. And I would love to hear, what are your goals? What is your dreams? What are your aspirations? What do you want to manifest? So that way we can all come together and manifest. We can all come together and believe on that thing with you and help it to generate that energy that it needs in order to manifest. Woo! I'm getting excited about this. I hope you are too. So please let me know, what is it that you want to manifest? If you want to go over to Lift Nation group on Facebook, do it now. Do it. Go ahead and get in the group and I'll let you in. There's a couple of questions I think you have to answer. I'll let you in, and then we can start manifesting together, you all. 2023 is about to be absolutely fabulous. As a matter of fact, it's not about to be, it already is. Why? Because I said so, and you can too. All right, you all. If you have any AMA questions, make sure that you can go ahead and email those to me as well. You can put them in the chat section, also in the Lift Nation group, or you can, Michelle D. Clark Lift. That's me everywhere. That's me on Facebook. That's me on YouTube. That's me on LinkedIn. That's me on Instagram. You can find me, Michelle D. Clark, and that's Michelle with one L because you don't need two, and one does the same. So MICHELED, middle initial CLARK for Clark, and then Lift, LIFT. Lift is all caps, but I don't think that's relevant. So you can meet me at any one of those places. And I definitely hope to see you all this Saturday. It's a Zoom, y'all. This is a Zoom, so we'll really be able to talk and interact with each other. Because after I do my presentation, I have a Q&A segment. And I would love, love, love to connect with you all. If you want to connect with me, let's go. All right, you all. I'm out of here. Thank you all so much for staying after. My name is Michelle D. Clark. I am the mindset management coach for professional women with Lift Nation, where we are empowering women to live inspired, free, and transform. Take care. God bless.